What we're doing here in Winsted needs to be done throughout the whole Northeast. This is a pilot project for our organization, but it serves as an example for the world, really. There's all of these old buildings that were built throughout the 19th and early 20th century. They all need to be restored. Laurel City Revamp I founded in 2010 to address some of the biggest problems that Winsted faces. In our building, they used to produce small kitchen appliances, but Winsted was located here because of the readily available hydropower. We produced a variety of goods that were sold all over the world. So the factory buildings themselves and the Victorians that surround them, those are what we feel are worth preserving. A for-profit developer will often avoid a project like this because they're hard to plan for, it's difficult to obtain financing, and it's hard to turn a profit. It's why they stay vacant for as long as they do. But it's when a building like this is left to deteriorate, that's when it becomes a public health hazard. We believe it needs to be dealt with, and luckily our organization is not in it for the money. Not only will we be focusing on preserving the historic character of the property, but another main goal of our organization is to upgrade the energy efficiency and use renewable energy systems whenever possible. For this project, we're going to bring the entire building up to 21st century standards. That means replacing windows, that means increasing insulation, using LED lighting, replacing the antiquated heating and air conditioning systems, implementing solar arrays, both solar hot water and solar electric. And as a matter of fact, this building is going to produce more electricity than it uses for most of the time, so we're going to be selling green electricity back to the grid. Because of the way that our nonprofit organization works, it's really important to us to salvage as much of the building materials as possible. What we believe is that a project like this, it'll have a direct impact on this community. It'll have a direct impact on the property values here. It will clean up a public health hazard all of these properties are environmentally sensitive properties because they're located right next to the river. As they deteriorate, the water runs through the property and the contamination goes straight out and down and into the rivers. Addressing these properties now, before they're at the point of collapse, that's what needs to be done. Adaptive reuse is the name of the game. The capital project will convert what is now a vacant factory building into 20,000 square feet of clean, useful, commercial and residential space. Not only will this have a direct impact on the community in reducing blight, in eliminating a public health hazard, in creating jobs, but it serves as an example. So what we need is your support. Let's get the pigeons out, let's get the people in, and let's get to work.